did that. However, the side does contain 3 players new to the championship. They're the tight head prop Califano and the half-back pairing of Akoshpiri and Delo. The centre Philippe Sella wins his 103rd cap, and that's an ongoing world record. Now, Wales, the main focus of attention there has been the recall of scrum half Robert Jones at the expense of Rupert Moon. That's one of 5 changes, 1 positional to the team that was beaten 20 points to 12 by South Africa in November. Nigel Walker returns. Stuart Davis comes in at blindside flanker instead of the injured Hemi Taylor, while Phil Davis comes in place of number 8 Emil Lewis, another injury victim. Injury still deprives the Welsh of experienced backs like Ian Evans, Mike Rea and Nigel Davis. So Wales up against it at Parc des Princes, where they haven't won for 20 years. Princess Diana was the royal visitor today. And our commentary team, Eddie Butler of The Observer and Nigel Starmer-Smith.
Wales first line out, 4-man called. Llewellyn at 2, Darwin Jones at the tail. Rumar has gone to mark him, but Llewellyn did well. Jones, good feed to Jenkins. Then the setup in the middle, driven on by Stuart Davis, just outside the 22, well laid back. Midfield, penalty to Wales. And a bit of a dust-up up front, the fists flailing, early tension, but a good opening by Wales, Eddie.
Excellent set-piece play by Wales. The set-piece move as well in midfield. Stuart Davis taking the ball on an angle, but straightening well. And the Welsh forwards piling in well to the ruck, staying on their feet. French hand over the ball.
And the end result, a chance for Neil Jenkins. Well earned in these opening minutes, a tremendous start. So just a couple of minutes played. Here's 23-year-old Neil Jenkins. Young, but he's been on the scene of international rugby quite a while, taking his time. Quite safe. Great opening for Wales then. Another penalty to Wales, and it's an over-enthusiastic France who are getting themselves, coming in, I think, from the side and catching themselves offside. Referee John Pearson, firm in his decision. 1 foot in front of the post. This is a much wider angle. Remember, there's a bit of a breeze that Wales are playing into, so it'll be difficult to gauge the angle across the face of the post. Builds up the concentration, the familiar routine. Certainly struck it well, but I think it stayed out too wide on the right. Up to the Welsh 10-metre line, loose ball, and this is where France flourish. Here's Sadoni with the pace as well from full-back. Ever the danger, taken on by Caban. They're 10 metres out, Akosabeli 5 metres short. And Wales scrambling back, France tails up for the first time. Looking for possession, winning it. And again from Benassi, wide out, it must be a certain score for Ntamak. Ntamak there. And that's the threat that France always pose. It all looks so secure and tidy, but then you get a loose ball, you get an adventure, you get skill and pace. They put them together and they turn you round.
Well, it was the initial surge from the line out, and from this moment on there was such a clear overlap that really France almost make too much of a meal of it. And Tamak 5 yards to go, and there's the pace of Walker. He tries to flip him over on his back now, but Tamak just has the strength to go through the tackle.
The crowd loving this. They'd been really on the rack to this point. But here's the Toulouse flyer, Emile Ntamak, eluding Walker sufficiently to score his 3rd try for France as first. Now, chip and chase, was he obstructed? Mark is called and given. No obstruction on the Welsh player, and quickly taken. And good anticipation by Hall coming up fast. But the referee's decided that it's a penalty against France, in fact. I think initially he was going to penalise Wales. He's turned it round.
I think he was going to give the penalty against Michael for not being 10 metres, and then after he blew the whistle, an offence by a Frenchman.
Whether it was some... now, if Jenkins can get it, this would restore the lead. Missed one from a long way out, but this is... well, easy enough if ever it is on a day like this. That's good kick, and secures Wales the advantage and the lead again after 25 minutes. Caban, Wales 22, possession close in for Benetton. The back row together, now wider, Deslo, Thierry Lacroix, and a lovely cut back through to the line, and the try is given. It's the pace of the captain, Saint-André. They're all magical runners. And Philippe Saint-André on the end of a magnificent French attack.
Well, the two drives by the French back row, sucked in the Welsh back row, and then France with an extra man with Simon Hill injured, always looking for the overlap. The injection of pace from the fullbacks, Sadorny and Philippe Saint-André. There's the strength of the man coming up here. Two Welsh halfbacks try to turn him on his back, but he's over and he has the strength to touch the ball down. And to be fair to Mr. Pearson, he was right there to see it.
Saint-André with the try to match that he scored against Wales in '92. Now Lacroix. That's a great kick. Oh, superb. 10 metres out on that drive, straight up the middle. Whistle's gone. And Collins involved in a little exchange of blows on the ground. And it's Gonzalez who's still down on the deck. This was the drive up the middle.
Nigel Walker does well to tackle the hooker here. He drags him down. Again, there's a moment of hesitation. It was by Wales at the kickoff. And really, it's after the whistle has gone again. Gonzalez seems to have lost the ball there. And this is the moment. Richie Collins, perhaps he went down with his elbow then. And then there was a little scratch in his eyes, perhaps.
I'll break in. The kick is over. The replays come at unorthodox time sometimes, but Lacroix successful, 3 more points, which is Deslo to the line, but no try. He looks despairingly, Christophe Deslo, hoping his championship debut, and it resulted in a score.
It was a very clever angle to run on by Deslo, but really, you have to think he just seemed to lose it there before he went down.
I think he's unlucky. This, if he gets it, would make it 18-6. Thierry Lacroix. It hangs tantalizingly, but it's over. Ruma. Very effective partnership with Mal since they came together. And, of course, he seems to have played a better game since he relinquished the captaincy responsibilities to Saint-André. And it's wide out. But, boy, this could lift Welsh hearts. It's a fine kick, but, yes, it's there. That's just the most tight out of 6. Not really what you'd expect at international level. They need this one now to calm themselves, and that's secure enough. 21-9. Stuart Davies. And on go the courageous red jerseys. Jones, whoops. It wasn't Phil Davies who was expecting that close, and France looked for the counter-attack. Lovely switch by Gonzalez infield. And taken on, this time by Ruma, knocked back and fed. Saint-André the link, covering back is Phil Davies. And just a tad offside on Deslo. Thierry Lacroix, Sella, unlike him, the wild pass picked up by Ntamak. Sadorny's way on the right-hand side. Closer to the 22 again. Akosaberi locks out here. Deslo spins it. Benazes, the return pass to Sella. Sella goes for the corner. Good cover from Clement to save the day, and the foot in touch. Yeah, lots of men outside, no one quite close enough. Benazes first there. Akosaberi, now the link. Deslo, Sella, Sadorny to Ntamak, cutting back in field, and picked up by Saint-André. Just lost it. He was under the post if it held on. Great support play by France. And some good vision there by Ntamak. The path outside was closed, but he just cut back.
Every time France took on a Welshman there, it took two to hold down the attacker, and the overlap was always on after that. Sadorni cutting back, and Tamak. Really good defence here by Wales, and perhaps Saint-André will be disappointed to have dropped that.
Up here, Lacroix, Senna looks for Tamak, but goes himself, no one close enough, and then Tamak didn't read the old warrior that well. Kosoveri, Benazes. This is when France are at their most dangerous, the loose ball. Lacroix, but it's a bit sluggish, and Wales persistent. Garin Jenkins, Stuart Davies, taken by Saint-André, the halfway line, the breakout, and Kosoveri, and Tamak with a race to the corner. Walker's the only one to help Wales, and he's there to tackle his man into the corner, and there is speed told. The limping athlete stretched to catch the man who just didn't have that sheer electric speed, and Tamak.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't care how fast Nigel Walker is, he really and Tamak should have scored here. He had 20 yards on Walker to start with, and it's just brilliant pace by the Welshman.
Well, one to remember for Nigel Walker, a try-saving tackle if ever there were. And Tamak, the final whistle has gone, the players shake hands. Strange end to an international game, the crowd's attention drawn elsewhere. Wales doggedly hanging in there with 3 Jenkins penalty goals. 21 points to 9. And Wales now face in 4 weeks England, but before that the game that many think will determine the championship, England against France at Twickenham.